The Okanagan song, for those of you who don't know, is our national anthem for the Okanagan Nation. Just like Canadians across this country sing O Canada, we sing our Okanagan song. And part of the lyrics you heard there that were interpreted is that we are beautiful because our land is beautiful. And we have to I want you to notice the orange shirts around the room, worn by these beautiful people. And the orange bandanas that are draped around the room as well. If you have one on your chair, feel free to put it on, to wear that. Because we have to remember that in this country, at one time, to be Indigenous was not seen as being beautiful. And the orange shirts commemorate the memory of our residential school survivors that are still living today and that have passed on across this country. It's a dark part of our history, which is a part of our history we don't want to forget because we don't want to repeat it. And it's a part of our history we want to recognize because of the strong Indigenous people who survived the residential school experience and kept our cultures, our languages alive, so that we could stand here today and sing, "We are beautiful because our land is beautiful." And the gorgeous thing, the beautiful thing about it is that we share this land with you, with the residents of Canada. It is no longer an issue of whether or not you're going back to Europe or not, because I'm sure the boats are all full and there's not enough of them. We have to get along, we have to work together, and we have to share this land and the resources and the bounty of this land. But many, many years ago, when residential school was happening, the story behind the orange shirts was a young lady was sent to residential school, and on her first day of school, she was given an orange shirt by her mom at great expense. New clothing for Indigenous people in this country in those times came at a cost. You had to save, you had to scrimp and scrounge and maybe not buy food. And she wore her orange shirt into that first day of school. And when she got there, they took her orange shirt. And so now, to commemorate and as a movement to recognize the strength of the survivors and the strength of our culture and our languages, despite what happened in residential school, we celebrate now their survival by wearing the orange shirts. If you might stand and just join in a moment of silence for the residential school survivors. Thank you. You may be seated. And today I'm honored and proud to say we are together beautiful because our land is beautiful. All my Indigenous people, are we beautiful? I said all my Indigenous people, we beautiful?